Well, Charlton here in Malta, and for the first time since 2006, the Mustangs were crowned champions of Class B after a 13-8 win over Manhattan this past Saturday, a victory that capped off a 13-0 perfect season. Will Charlton here in Box Elder, and the Bears football team claimed its first ever state title after taking down Bridger 84-56 this past Saturday in the six-man championship, an achievement the school will never forget.
It's night one of two at the 10th annual Cascade Pro Rodeo, as cowboys, cowgirls, bulldoggers, and ropers alike look to set themselves up for some nice paychecks. Here are the highlights from an electric Friday night.
Over the last summer, CMR senior soccer player Luke Stevenson took a humanitarian trip over to Thailand, an experience he'll truly treasure for a long time.
Well, we just like to give back, and there's so much bad in the world, it doesn't hurt to put a little good back into it, and just be nice people, and others will be nice to you.
Luke Stevenson embarked on a 3-week journey across the world to volunteer and help build a new classroom in Thailand. He followed in the footsteps of his siblings, who also went on similar trips.
My siblings have all done humanitarian trips across just different places. My brother in Argentina, my sister went to Thailand in the same city I went to.
He developed some valuable traits in his time there, which can also translate to athletic competition.
Communication and teamwork, because of course, not very few of them were able to speak English, and so we had to learn how to communicate outside of language and be able to get along with each other.
CMR boys soccer coach Brian Clark said that Stevenson has a great outlook on life, and it's noticeable on and off the field.
Off the field, Luke's one, offering to help, looking around to see if there's a neighbor that might need talking to, things like that. On the field, I think it's just a work ethic and a team-first mentality, knowing that he's a part of something bigger than himself.
Stevenson said working with those people in need made it all worth it.
Just working with the kids and working with the people, just over there, just because of how less fortunate a lot of the situations are, and just seeing how hopeful they still are and how much fun everyone can still have.
After returning from the trip, Stevenson said that it made him feel good to see the kids enjoying their new classroom.
And we were the fourth of five phases. And just seeing the classroom once it was finished after we got back, and just how happy all the kids were to be inside their new classrooms, it just made me feel good to see how much they were enjoying the building.
And he would push a message across to anyone to go experience something like he did.
I would 100% recommend going and doing this, even if it's within the U.S. or wherever your option may be, just going out, giving back to the community and doing it with people that you don't know and creating new bonds and friendships.
Stevenson and the Rustlers have one more match remaining in the regular season before AA playoffs begin. In Great Falls, Will Charlton, MTN Sports.
While they never got to play with each other on the field in high school, Reed and Steele Harris are two brothers that already have and currently are making a name for themselves not only in Great Falls, but on a national stage.
This year's Great Falls Bison football team currently sits at 5-3 and are guaranteed to be in the playoffs. One of the reasons they've been thriving so far this season is the play of sophomore standout Steele Harris.
The seniors, they really helped me, just come in and be a part of the program. They never treated me as just a first year. They treated me as their own brother.
Steele is playing in his first full season of football after an injury kept him sidelined all of last year. He's following in the footsteps of one of the better players Great Falls has seen come through the program in recent years, and that's his older brother Reed Harris, one of Steele's biggest supporters.
He's still figuring it out, but I think in a year or two, he'll have it all figured out. And I want to see him find a position that he's comfortable with and that'll take him as far as he wants to go.
Reed was an all-around type of player for the Bison in his tenure on the east side, and he's most well known for his play as quarterback, including being an all-state performer numerous times. But although he shined as a quarterback in high school, he's now on the receiving end of passes in college. Reed currently plays for the Boston College Eagles and starts as a wide receiver.
Going from playing quarterback the majority of my career in high school to playing receiver in college, just training my body how to play a different position.
Reed caught his first collegiate touchdown earlier this season in a win over Duquesne, something he said felt like a dream come true.
When I came out of the route and I turned around, I saw the ball, caught it, and then I started running. And I peeked behind me and I saw the DB was starting to chase me. So I just had to unhitch the trailer and go.
What Reed is currently doing at Boston College inspires Steele, as the younger brother says.
Seeing just a family member I grew up with, someone I love so much, go out there and accomplish his dreams, it's great.
Bison head coach Kota Cheetah, someone who has now been around both brothers, said he is super proud of Reed.
nothing surprises me with him. I'm super proud of him and his efforts, and he's going to do great things this year still and years to come. I can't imagine him just destroying the ACC here pretty quick.
Cheetah also sees lots of potential in Steele with 2 years still to go in high school.
Man, has he just stepped up and done so many good things for our football team. I mean, we are a whole different team on offense with Steele Harris on the football field.
Reed Harris has caught 2 touchdowns this season, and the Eagles currently sit with a record of 4-3. You can catch Steele Harris and the Bison try to continue their 6-game winning streak over the CMR Rustlers tomorrow night at Memorial Stadium in the annual Crosstown game. In Great Falls, Will Charlton, MTN Sports.
Winning your divisional volleyball tournament means you get to go on to compete in the state tournament. And for the Big Sandy Pioneers, it'll only be the second time ever the team gets to compete for a Class C crown.
Big Sandy Volleyball, a team that faced some adversity not only in the district tournament, but also in the divisional, having to go back through the losers bracket to end up earning a right to compete for a state title.
It's really exciting. I'm really proud of our team. I don't know if I was really expecting it, but once we got up in the higher competition, kind of realizing that we are a good team. Like, we are the quality to get up there.
Our mentality was just make it to state, and once we beat Belt that first time in the championship game, then we were like, maybe we can actually win, get first. And so then we started to really just get confident, I thought, so that was fun.
It's really exciting, especially because we kind of came from kind of the bottom. And so it's super excited that we brought ourselves up and got to the top.
The Pioneers had to beat Belt twice in the double championship to win the Northern C divisional title. Seniors Jenny Sant, Eva Yaden, and Jay Bauman are part of the second ever team in school history to qualify for the state tournament.
We really want this. We're not just here to play just because, oh yeah, we want to do a sport, we want to do something, get out of school. We actually love the sport. We love playing. We want to compete, and we love winning.
To go into divisionals this year and really play a lot of games and continue to win, it's just crazy to be in the top 8 in the state. I never really thought that could be a thing for volleyball for us.
It felt kind of unreal. I don't know, it felt just shocking, and it felt super cool to finally get to that, because that was our goal.
The team is coached by a former state champion player, Brittany Richard, and she said she's been in awe of what Big Sandy has accomplished already.
It's just a feeling that you can't quite describe. I was just so proud of everything that they had accomplished.
But now the team hopes to finish on top for the first time ever.
It would just be kind of unbelievable.
I'll never play volleyball again, and it'll just be so amazing to be left on such a high note.
It could be the best way to end the season.
If we actually were to go the distance, talk about insane. It would just be so awesome, and I know the girls would be absolutely excited as well.
The Pioneers face off against Denton, Geyser, Stanford, Geraldine tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Bozeman. In Big Sandy, Will Charlton, MTN Sports.
When the Washington football team retired the Redskins name and logo in 2020, it led to a conflict with the family of Blackie Wetzel, the Montanan who designed the logo in the early 1970s. But the relationship is mending after the team recently honored the Wetzel family and Blackie's contributions. MTN's Slim Kimmel has more. Hello everyone, Will Charlton here, and welcome back. After both the Cats and Grizz started 1-0 in Big Sky play away from home last week, they both returned to the Treasure State to host Northern Colorado and Weber State, respectively. Our MTN Sports crew had boots on the ground in both Missoula and Bozeman. Here's Kyle Hansen and Grace Lawrence. Sean O'Malley is the main event on a loaded card in Las Vegas Saturday evening. Ahead of the anticipated title defense, other fighters featured on the card offered up their predictions on how O'Malley's fight will go. MTN Sports' Kyle Hansen reports. The high school football playoffs officially began last night and of course carried over into today with action across Class B, 8-man and 6-man. And here in the Great Falls area, a couple of 1 seeds in their respective brackets took the field today as the Belt Huskies hosted the St. Regis Tigers and the Centerville Miners welcomed in the Shields Valley Rebels.